As you drive your agentic AI transformation, you might have come across a situation where an agent needs to interact with an internal system or extract data when there are no APIs available. Do you know that now you can use the computer use capability in Microsoft Copilot Studio to achieve it? Welcome. I am Jay Padmiti, and in this video, I will give you a quick introduction to computer use agent and how you can implement a Cloud PC pool as one of the runtime options for computer use in Microsoft Copilot Studio. Let's get started. Let's take a quick look at some of the topics that we'll cover in this video. I'll start off with an overview of Kua in Copilot Studio, and then I'll walk you through with the runtime options for Kua, and then followed by a intro to Cloud PC Pool and going over some of the prerequisites and how to set up. And we'll go through the implementation overview, concluding by a demo. Let's get going. Before we dive in, here is a brief overview of computer use. Microsoft Copilot Studio allows you to build AI-driven agents with capabilities to perform tasks across apps and websites. One such capability is the computer use tool, which is essentially an AI-powered UI automation agent that interacts with Windows applications and web pages by clicking buttons, filling forms, and navigating screens based on natural language instructions. This capability enables your agents to accomplish tasks even when no API is available. If a human can use a software GUI to do something, the computer use tool can do it as well. And some of the common use cases include automated data entry, invoice processing, or data extraction from web or desktop apps. In other words, computer use tool functions like an AI automation bot executing UI tasks described in plain English. To perform the UI-based actions, the computer use tool needs a Windows machine to run on. When configuring a computer use tool in Copilot Studio, you must choose where the tool will run. There are three options for the runtime environment. First one is the hosted browser. Second one is the Cloud PC pool. Third is bring your own machine. In this video, we will focus on using Cloud PC pool to run the computer use based automations. Cloud PC pool is a pool of cloud-hosted Windows 365 virtual machines provided by Microsoft. These cloud PCs are Microsoft Entra ID joined and Intune enrolled. That is, someone joined to your Azure AD tenant and managed in Microsoft Intune. So you might be wondering when to use what. For a simple web task, hosted browser is a suitable option, which allows you to leverage ready-to-use machines with Microsoft Edge and Windows apps, right? But the challenge with that is you cannot access any of your organization-specific internal resources. Bring your own machine is a great option for running the computer use, where your automation demands a machine configuration that is not covered by either the hosted browser or the Cloud PC. But the advantage with bring your own machine is you will have full control over your own infrastructure. But remember, there is a maintenance overhead involved with that option. The sweet spot is the Cloud PC pool, which is best for tasks for agents involving internal systems and resources, along with apps, right? So they are scalable in nature and allow for single sign-on to your enterprise resources. Now let's look at the essential prerequisites for implementing Cloud PC pool, followed by steps required to prepare your environment for Cloud PC pool. Before creating a Cloud PC pool, there are a few prerequisites to address. These ensure that your environment is ready to provision Cloud PCs and that the agent can authenticate and run on them successfully. For latest information, refer to the link provided here for latest set of prerequisites. Let's go through one by one. The first one, as of recording of this video, the Power Platform environment region is set to United States. And then the agent that is created within the Microsoft Copilot Studio the generative orchestration setting must be enabled for using the computer use tool. And the next is on the Azure AD and the Intune setup. For the cloud PCs, a valid Microsoft Entra ID is required, and Intune endpoint must be configured for the device management and their enrollment. And then next one is along the subscription billing. One thing to be taken care of is the Power Platform environment is linked to the Azure subscription for pay-as-you-go billing to enable the Cloud PC pool creation. You can go through the link that I shared here for more details. And finally, it is for enabling the Cloud PCs to authenticate for the RTP, as well as hiding the consent prompt. You need to ensure that the authentication allows the Azure AD for the single sign-on. For configuring the Entra authentication for the remote desktop protocol to enable the Cloud PC pool, here are the steps that must be implemented, right? The first one is to ensure that you have set the Azure context when you open up the Cloud shell for Azure. And second is to connect to the MS Graph following the command here. Third step is to ensure we get the Windows and Cloud login for the app ID that is listed out here. And then the service principal object ID, right? So because we need to set the property as part of the step 4 is to that setting that property is remote desktop protocol enabled to be true, right? You can follow the command here to set that property, and finally confirm that the property is set to true as evident here. This is once again a small disclaimer here that whatever I'm showing here is a simple reference implementation. Your organization specific settings might differ, especially on the security side of things. Okay. And the final step is to configure the admin consent for hiding the prompt dialog, right? First, on the Microsoft Azure Entra, we need to create a dynamic group. Once you create the dynamic group, we need to make note of the object ID and the group name. So that way, as part of the step 2, we need to create a target device group object. As part of that creation, we need to provide the input for the ID as well as the name for that, as displayed in the step 2 here. Once that is done, we need to add this particular target to the target device group, right? As shown in step 3. Once you do that, then it's all ready for creating the Cloud PC pools within the Microsoft Copilot Studio. Now let's take a quick look at Copilot Studio and how you can configure Cloud PC pool as one of the runtime options for computer use for your agent. So before you leverage the computer use, we need to turn on the capability using the Power Platform Admin Center. Once you are on the Power Platform Admin Center, you click on Copilot. Under the settings for Copilot Studio, you'll see an option for computer use. Once you click on it, you select your environment that you are looking to enable this. The setting that you will see here is the computer use in Copilot Studio. It makes sure that it is turned on. And for the sake of the next part, which is the Cloud PC in Copilot Studio, we'll make sure that it is also turned on. Okay. Once you turn on those two, now comes the portion where you can go to copilotstudio.microsoft.com and start creating agents. Prompt shows up here. You can provide natural language instructions on what you want to do on that computer, right? For sake of simplicity, I have created a tool, computer use tool already with the instructions to get weather from weather.com, right? It's going to look for a specific zip code for today's weather, and it will respond back with today's temperature. Okay, Here is where the next part comes into play, right? So here, as you can see here, I have selected Cloud PC pool as the one of the options here. So you to initiate a Cloud PC pool, what we need to do is under the Cloud PC pool section, click on Add New. Once you click Add New, you can provide your name as CPC pool 2, and then you can describe what this Cloud PC pool is going to do. Okay, and then you have the option to enable this for run-only access for all users in the environment or not. It's up to you. Let's turn this off for now. Okay, and then say create. Once you hit create, it will take a few minutes for it to be created. So once it creates, I'll show you how it looks like. As part of this, let's go to the Cloud PC pool that we've already created. And here is how it looks like. And then once the Cloud PC pool gets provisioned, we can see how it looks like by clicking on this Manage Machines. Once you click on Manage Machines, it will take you to this Power Automate portal where you can actually look at not only the current provisioning status, but also so this is the pool that was already created, but let's go back to the pool that is being provisioned at this point. So this is the Cloud PC pool. So this is what you'll see as the Cloud PC pool is being provisioned. Okay, for time constraints, let's go look at the Cloud PC pool that we have already created. If you were to zoom in, here is the machine type group name, and the VM image that it relies on, and some of the components that you see here. So voila, that's how a Cloud PC pool gets created. Just to recap, what we have seen so far is enabling Cloud PC setting in the PPAC Center, and then coming to the agent, adding the Kua as a tool, and then adding Cloud PC pool as one of the runtime options for the agent that we have created, right? Following along, we provided the pool specific details such as the name, the description, and the permissions. And we also went ahead and created the provisioning for that Cloud PC pool, and then watch out for any provisioning issues. Now that we have seen it, now let's see how an agent with Cloud PC pool as the runtime option for Kua plays out. Okay, just to test out the agent, I'm going to invoke the tool by calling it out, say, get weather, right? Once I send the command, the agent picks the tool for the Kua, which is get weather, and you will see that computer use will begin as soon as the computer is available. At this point, we could wait until the computer comes back and then see how it's going to play out. For the time constraints reasons, I'm going to show you an instance that I just ran. Once you see that, you will see computer is ready and all the screenshots appear as in computer navigates through the instructions that were provided for the Kua tool. All right, so this is overall working and the screenshots for the tool, right? Let's quickly go to the runtime aspect of it, right? So when you go to the tool section and then click on the manage machines, we can see how these Cloud PC pool specific events are showing up under this, right? So as you can see here, let's take a look at the run queue and some of the, so this is what is being running right now. And then you have seen here's the queue events that happened as the interaction with the agent goes through. All right, so we can also see that there are some successful instances here. With that, we have seen how to invoke a computer use agent through Cloud PC pool and then monitor the run queue of it, right? So I'm just coming back here and how the instance is going to show up here for the latest test instance that we just kicked off. Okay. All right. With that, that's the sneak peek of Kua agent running with a Cloud PC pool. Now that we have seen the Cloud PC pool in action, let's take a quick peek on behind the scenes in terms of how these Cloud PCs are being provisioned, are some of the audit information that we can see in the Microsoft Intune Admin Center, as well as the Entra portal as well. So I am in the Microsoft Intune Admin Center here. As you can see, these are all the Cloud PCs that were provisioned as we created the Cloud PC pools, also as we are running them, right? So if you click on any of these devices, you can see some of the properties that it relies on, and then the additional information that you can see here. And moving on to the audit side of things within the Microsoft Entra, any activity that is related to the Cloud PC pool gets all written down or logged into the Entra audit logs, as you can see here. Okay, now that you have learned about Cloud PC pools and you have seen how they perform within the Microsoft Copilot Studio, let's talk about some of the key benefits. The first one is the obvious simplified management by the IT team, because it becomes a centralized control and easy provisioning of these Cloud PC pools makes the job and the life of IT folks very smooth. In terms of scalability and flexibility, Cloud PC pools allow your enterprises to scale in an efficient manner. And from a cost efficiency standpoint, they reduce the operational cost while maintaining the high performance. Following the prerequisites and setup procedures ensures that you have a smooth deployment and effective management of the Cloud PC pools. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and learned about the Cloud PC pools. Happy automating.